Hi, welcome to the project demo video for our CPSC310 project delivered by Team 238. Our project is focusing on the course section insights implementation, and I will start with the setup and move into basic functionalities with references to our 6 user stories, and then we'll move on with the additional features that we were just having fun with. Now let's dive in. Now I want to run yarn start to start my website. And now let's look into the website, which has the port number 4321. And I'm going to have the network request page up here. Okay, let's start with our user story number 1, which is about uploading datasets. First of all, I can press the choose file button to have access to my local zip file. And let's say I want to upload pair.zip. Now I need to give it a unique dataset ID, but let's say I didn't know. And I give it the number 111, which you can see it's a duplicate dataset ID from one of the current datasets. So this message is going to pop up saying upload failed because we can't have duplicate dataset ID. That's done. All right, let's give it another name, 222. There you go. Now, without page refresh, it's showing up in our current datasets list. And it also gives us a confirmation message saying upload is successful. Let's try another different type of zip file. Let's say I want to give it fewer courses. Upload again. It shows up as well without refresh. And you can see this dataset has less data and less number of rows. All right, what if we don't have the right type of zip file or it doesn't conform with the requirements? Let's see. Now I have a invalid zip file called no valid section, and I'm gonna just give it an invalid dataset ID. Let's see what it says. All right, it gives us a warning saying upload failed because it doesn't conform to our requirements. So the validation of the dataset is happening. Let's move on to the second user story, which is listing current datasets. And as you can see, when we started running this website, it has one row in this dataset list with name 111. That was because we added the dataset before from last time we run the website, and the dataset was retained. That satisfies one of the requirements because we want to be able to retain and list and display all of the current not deleted datasets. And we also implemented this checkbox where you can select any datasets from the active list of datasets for our data visualizations later. And now let's move on to the third user story on removing dataset. So the requirement says we need to enter exactly the dataset ID. So let's do 111. When I press remove, there's a pop-up window saying, are you sure? Let's say we're not sure, and I press cancel. There's going to be a pop-up message saying deletion canceled. And let's say, yeah, I'm sure I want to delete, and I press OK. And now it's removed, and it's gone from the current dataset list without page refresh. That's our first 3 user stories. Now let's move on to the next 3 stories, which is on data visualization. So we have a total number of 3 visualizations. As you can see here, the first one is view course average trends over time. Let's select one dataset and look at that. Once I select the visualization type, then I will be able to select department. It needs to be sequential because it doesn't make sense for you to select department and section or year without telling the system what visualization type you want it to have. So now I can select any department. Let's say I want to do CPSC. And once you select this, then the section or year button is activated. So let's say I want to just look at ComSci 110, and then I can press generate visualization button. For the first visualization, we're doing a line graph of the course average over the years so that you can see it here. Students can see a yearly trend and make informed decisions when setting a target class average. This is for the professors. All right, let's see another course, maybe 310, the course we're taking right now. And we just need to press generate visualization, and the plot actually updates dynamically without page refresh either. All right, now let's move on to user story number 5, which is on our second data visualization to visualize and compare course averages by department and year. And this second visualization is for students, as you can see here, to compare course averages within a department so they can identify easier, more challenging courses when planning their course selection. All right, same thing. The selection is sequential. So let's select a different data set. And now I can just choose, let's say, commerce department, and I want the most recent year that we have available in the data set. Now I press generate visualization. Now you can see, first of all, this insight graph section is expandable. So it really depends on how big the data set is. We can always scroll down. You might have noticed once we select the second visualization type, we have another pop-up additional feature here where you can check sort by average, and you press again generate visualization, and the graph will sort all of the data from the highest course average to the lowest for you. An additional feature we implemented here is a hover over feature, where when your cursor is above any of the bar, it actually shows you a tooltip of the numeric course average for each of the course. All right. Now let's move on to the last user story, which is on the third visualization, compare fail-pass ratios of courses. You can see it here. For this checkbox, we actually implemented a remembering preference feature, where because I selected that just now, when I change between visualizations, it actually automatically applies my preferences. So now let's choose a different department, econ, and I want to do 2010. When I press generate visualization, I have a automatically sorted by descending order pass-fail ratio for all the courses in econ department. And again, when I hover over, it shows me that ratio. Now I want to talk about some of the additional features we have. First of all, we implemented the dark mode feature on the top right-hand side. Once you toggle on and off, the whole page will update to dark theme. And as you can see, all of the graph still works, all of the features still works too. And I can, of course, toggle off. Secondly, we have a image of UBC just to make it a little more visually appealing. Thirdly, we have the title section with our website name and a subtitle with our team and our team member's name. The last little feature we have is a responsive frame size. So let's say I want to drag it to a smaller window size. First of all, you can see all the UI elements are changing their sizes responsively. And when it's too small, we want it to be all vertical, and you can scroll up and down, and all the visuals are still intact. And of course, now you can see the University of British Columbia logo. And now I want to show you our code and our data file, where we now have two data sets saved in the memory, also with dataset ID that we gave during the upload process. And of course, you can see all of the requests we've sent and all of the interactions we had with the UI here. That just shows how the front end and back end are integrated. With that, that's the end of our demo. Hope you enjoyed it, and thank you.